Good night to everyone. I'm so glad to be more or less taking the talking about this after this great poem and starting this great night as well about unity against violence. If you watch my shirt, you might see a scene that may look like a scene of violence. It's actually a scene that is from the Bible, Judith and Holofernes. But it's a Caribbean reinterpretation by an artist called Oyaomi from Martinique. And so in this passage, you have like a Robin Hood story of this woman who goes and kills the commander who's trying to take over her people. So you have this story of fighting against a higher devil, if you wish. So I'm going to share with you the narrator introduction to a play I wrote for this year's French side Emancipation that was just on Tuesday. So that is the narrator giving an introduction, historical framework of the play that was played on Tuesday. May 28, 1848. May 28, 1848, precisely 176 years ago. I was not there, none of us was there, but if we close our eyes and try to imagine how they felt when they heard the news, it must have been an indescribable joy. Slave no more, no need to run to the hills or to sail across the Anguilla to find freedom. Emancipation had finally come to this here land of St. Martin, a 28th of May, 1848. After being deported from Africa and after generations of injustice, humiliation, violence, the newly freed could finally go as they please, work for the money and live for themselves. Joyful, joyful day. Maybe joyful, joyful few days, but l'abolition de l'esclavage, as they called it, did not rhyme with paradise. No, they were not slaves anymore, but how would they sustain themselves? By working in the plantation. So they called themselves cultivateurs, made a contract with the landowner, including a slot of land for each of them. And they were back to the sugarcane fields and back to the salt ponds. Years passed and the sugarcane economy declined. So the landowners who were there for their money left to go find it elsewhere. And us who didn't care to leave, we stayed right here. When we went away, it was to work in other islands. Cuba, Santo Domingo, Aruba, Curacao, Guadeloupe. We even went down to the Canal of Panama. But we returned where Vinable is buried, sweet St. Martin. France called our young men for the war in 1914 to 1918, and they answered l'appel du Général de Gaulle in 1940. But no one in France or Holland could have told you where in the world, say where, is little St. Martin. Vito care of Vion. From the time of slavery, we were strong, we were brave, and we were proud. We worked hard and we took care of Vion. And we continue doing just that, keeping up the traditions. Our way of cooking, our way of currying, our way of talking, our way of dancing. Viwe. You see, the old heads did not tell us exactly how bad life was before, but they showed us how to live. They did not pass down their memories, but they passed down their values, their know-how, their resourcefulness. And they got that from their ancestors too. In the 1960s, our lives started to change. Development, they said. Progress, they promised. Well, we did not trade our traditions for that. No, not right away. In some of our villages, our traditions persevered. Villages like Freetown, like Colombe. Some say Freetown is Saint Louis, others say it's a section of Saint Louis. Some say that this is where all the enslaved people who had taken their chains off by themselves lives. Others say that this village came to be after slavery. Either way, the people of Freetown carried the heritage of freedom with them. Nested between Rambo and Friars Bay, not too far from the green valley of Colombe, Freetown and its inhabitants preserved, in essence, who we be. So let us bring you to the 1960s and show you how people who lived a simple life kept this courageous spirit alive.